and let's just check the list here. Yeah. So I headed to Dallas, and sure enough, on the way to Dallas, I get a speeding ticket again. This time I wasn't really speeding, really. I got 71 miles an hour in a 55 zone that I thought was a 60 zone. So I wasn't really speeding, but just whatever. But that sucks. It was fine. Sure enough, got to Dallas, storms just come down like crazy. I was like, timed that right, nice, good to go. So chill in Dallas that night. Then I was like, I'm gonna hit up the Grasslands. So the first grassland I hit up was Caddo LBJ Grasslands, which is just slightly north of Texas, of Dallas, just a little bit. So I went up there, and there's a spot called Flat Creek Campground, which I stayed at. And then I got there, I was like, this is great. I'm back into like the open. Like it still was forest, but there was like sand on the lake. So it was again man-made, more like a pond, and like grassland type trails. And the trees weren't super tall; they were more deciduous. Again, it was like more like Knutsford kind of territory. Lots of horse trails there too, so I could go hiking, and that's what I did primarily at that camp. One night I went walking at night, which I sometimes do, and this guy came up in a truck and he's like, "Hey, do you want to ride?" And I was like, "No, I'm good, there's enough light, I'll just walk back, I'm a distance runner, I can handle this, no big deal." He's like, "Okay," jazz away. But the way he kind of said okay was kind of weird to me. It wasn't like, "Okay, hey, that's cool, you're a distance runner." It's kind of weird, kind of like, well, you should have taken a ride kind of thing. But whatever, you know, I didn't think about it too much. So then I'm walking back, it's dark now. He pulls up beside me, I'm on the main road, and he's like, "You sure don't want to ride?" And I was like, "No, I'm close." He's like, "Get in." And I was like, "Hey, fine, like I'll get in," like he's being whatever. So I wasn't stressed or anything like that. I was like, I'll get in, maybe that way the hogs won't get me, because there's still hogs in that area too. And then it gets really weird. Like, so turns out dude's like an old like ranch man, cowboy man from the area, very well known in the community too. He's hosting a big event the next weekend. Turns out though, he's totally like gay, although probably wouldn't admit it to anyone else unless he was super drunk like he was that night, trying to get me to go in his truck with him, which I did. And so I start realizing through our conversation what's going on, and I'm kind of like, oh god, how do I make this not as awkward as it like could be, and also not get held up at gunpoint and forced to do something that I really don't want to do. So, you know, the kind of questions he asked me, like, are you married? He's like, eventually he's like, do you want some money? He's like, do you need a place to stay? You can stay on my couch, it's a lot warmer than here. He asked me if I wanted some money like 3 different times. He's like, you think I'm an old man, don't you? And I'm like, no, an old man like you wouldn't be hosting an event like you're hosting. I'm going to keep him anonymous. That you're hosting the next weekend, you know, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to be nice. I'm like, no, I'm not married. I'm still in the market for women. So anyway, so I'm like, I got to go to bed. And he's like, no, let's talk a while. And this is back at my campsite now, which no one else is there. It's like in the backwoods kind of thing, whatever, right? I'm doing this because of bugs, not because I'm crazy, although I am crazy. So I'm like, I got to get out because I got to get myself ready for bed. It's dark, it's late, whatever. So I get out of the truck, I start brushing my teeth, and sure enough, he gets out of the truck. Stands like right beside me. I'll brush my teeth. Like 2 minutes go by, he doesn't say anything, just standing there like, whatever, right? And then I'm like, yo man, like I'll see you later. So I shake his hand, and then he walks over to his pickup truck and reaches in the back of the pickup, and I'm like, if you pull out a gun, a rifle, like I was like, what am I gonna do? It's a rifle versus me with a toothbrush in my hand? But I was like, you're so dead, dude. Like, but I was just like, all kind of ready to, but trying to keep it relaxed. I didn't want to stress him out. Just a weird situation. Sure enough, I think he just picked up another beer or whatever, right? And so then he comes back over to me, and again he tries to say goodbye, shake my hand again, and he tries to like hug me, and I'm kind of like, okay. And as he's doing that, he reaches down with his left hand and goes to grab my, and I'm like, no! Like at that point, it's just too far. I don't know if I didn't knock him or push him in it, but I think it was just like, you could tell by my body language that wasn't happening. Oh yeah, and before that, he like ran his fingers through my hair and was like, you gotta do something about this hair. And I was like, well, yeah, it's a little wild for this part of the Texas country, I guess. So I was totally like, just dude, like, but I didn't want to be like, you know, like give him like a hard line. I was just like, let's ease out of this, whatever. So sure enough, it worked out okay. He left, but I was pretty stressed. I was like, what if that dude gets really drunk again one of these nights and is all lonely? And it's like, hey, I wonder where that Canadian boy is, and comes down. Fortunately, my tent was across this creek that he probably, if he was that drunk at that time of night, wouldn't be able to cross. But I was still kind of sketched, whatever. I was like, So it was cool by the time like Friday came around. A bunch of families came in and were camping there. I think that was like Easter weekend or something like that. And so then I wasn't worried anymore. But that was like my last night there. But that place was super awesome. I had an abandoned dog friend all week. He followed me around the trails. I've got some footage of the trails and stuff like that. It's really cool. The beach as well, genius place. It's really good. That's Black Creek Campground, up in the Caddo, Lyndon B. Johnson Grasslands. Boom, so good.